Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Performance in Motion with your host, Dr. Dennis.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Dennis, the host of Performance in Motion. We have a special guest today, and his name is Dr. Neil Nybo. And you're probably saying, what kind of doctor is he? Well, he has many, many talents. He's been in 20 years in the kindness business as a Presbyterian pastor serving large churches of over 1,000 members, folks. 1,000. Guess what? This guy has a brain. He knows what he's doing. He is also the author of 6 books. Did you hear me, folks? 6, not 1. And one of them is an Amazon #1 seller. He's presently the senior pastor at a church in San Clemente. Dr. Nybo, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you? And listen, you guys, he's being very polite to me. When I see him, when we're exercising, Dr. Dennis says, Nybo! And man, he gets me to work. So I am excited to be actually sitting in a studio and not sweating my brains out somewhere. So good to see you this way.
Yes, sir. We work very hard. And, you have this doctorate in organizational conflict and communication. What is that?
Yeah. So I've been looking at churches for a long time, been doing this for 20 years, and it shouldn't be a surprise to you that they actually don't always know how to communicate, and there's actually conflict in churches. And, you have to be able to figure out how to deal with that, how to address it. There's both personal ways to do that, but also the corporate work needs to be done. And so I've studied that, and all of my books are written about that kind of stuff.
Wow. And so added to your list of skill set there, you have expertise as a conference and retreat speaker. What types of retreats and conferences?
Well, in the church business, there oftentimes you have opportunities to speak to men's groups or couples. I've done also speaking to organizations. I'm on the board of a retreat facility called Zephyr Point up in Lake Tahoe, and have talked with their staff and different people. So it's a whole variety of things, but it's almost always around communication, personal growth, and a lot about clarity and direction, because a lot of people are sitting there thinking, man, if I don't really know what I want to do, I know I want to do something more than what I am doing, and I've tried to figure out a pretty simple way for them to get clarity and direction in their life.
That's awesome. We titled this show Performance in Motion, and there are many, many components of performance. And one of the reasons why I feel so honored to have you on my show is that there is an emotional, mental, and spiritual side of performance, and we're talking about quality of life and performance in life. I wanted to get to the Amazon #1 bestseller book and why you entitled that, and what could we look for if we were to purchase that?
Yeah, you could actually just go on Amazon and look for Move Forward. You can also look for me, and you'll find it there. But it's called Move Forward, and 7 days to life-changing clarity and direction. And I've developed an entire process for either a person or an organization to get a sense of what makes them tick, what gives them passion, what they're excited about. I've always said that we have direction this way. We get a sense of like a mountain in the far distance. We know we're going in that direction. We don't know what all the twists and turns and ups and downs will be, but we know we're trying to go in that direction. And then we know what our next step is. I really believe it's God in our life who says, you know what, trust me for one step. That's it. I'm not going to give you 2. I'm not going to give you 3. Trust me for the next one. So I've designed a process that in 7 days helps you get a sense of, wow, that is the direction I'm going, and I actually know the one next step I need to take. When we talk a little bit in a few minutes, I hope I get a chance to tell them about how you have made such an impact on my life. But one of the things I did was say, there's a next step for me physically. I have got to get in better shape. And that was the next step. And then there was another one and another one. But until I took that first one, I couldn't get to the second. So Move Forward has 7 days of process and thinking and interaction with other people that gives people a sense of clarity and direction.
Wow. That's a lot of people are looking for how-to guides and setting goals now. We have a new year coming. And I had the privilege of reading your book. And I have to tell you that the detailed steps that are in there, it's definitely work, folks. Don't get me wrong. It's not, looking on Google and or YouTubing something for 60 seconds. But what I always tell my clients and what Dr. Nybo is sharing with us is what you put in is what you get out. Is that true?
Yeah. And what you and I have learned, the reason we resonate so well is both of what we do. I like that performance in motion. You have to move. You have to be taking steps. You can't just Google it and read it and that's it. It isn't about knowledge. It's about putting knowledge into practice. And that's what you do, and that's what this book does. That's what the books for organizations do. It's called Discovering Your Organization's Next Step. It's not just about knowing what it is. It's about being empowered to do it. And that's what you've taught me, and that's some of what I try to communicate too.
Isn't that an amazing parallel where, without preaching to the audience here,
right?
But, basically like the Nike slogan, just do it. And a lot of people out there can talk a really good game, but the question is, are they living it? Are they backing it up with actions? And the third thing is, are they doing it consistently?
Right. I try to speak to all audiences and not just be a Presbyterian pastor, but Jesus did say, he had something they call the Great Commission, and I could quote the whole thing to you, but let me just give you the first word.
Thanks.
Go.
Cool.
Go. There's movement, there's action, and that's what the Bible is offering, and go. So the very first thing he tells us, do it.
Have you experienced in your career, again, the thousands and thousands? I feel like The Rock right now, right? The thousands and thousands and millions of people that you've helped. Fear. Fear seems to be a stumbling block of starting.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I'll just say humbly, my book is selling in the by ones, tens. So it did go. I'm very proud that it went number one when it was first released. So I'm not trying to pretend that I'm talking to tens of thousands of people, but I'm glad I'm talking to you. And fear, yes, people are afraid of change. They're afraid of it's unfortunate, but it's really true. The devil that you know is better than the devil that you don't know, right? And so people are, what I have experienced for years is people are in a cage and they have the key to the lock and they keep it closed because the cage is comfortable.
Wow.
And
That's true.
And I've told people, it's not even a lock. The door is open. Swing it open. And I've had people look me in the eye when I've said, would you like to know the way out? And you could count to 3, and they change the subject and go back to complaining or fearful behavior.
Wow.
Because it's too much. And I think that's the case in the work that I do. I think it's in the case in the work that you do. And being able to see results incrementally, that's all we ask for. There's a lot of humility. You got to let go of ego because it's not going to happen overnight. But the great thing about it is it's going to happen.
Absolutely. And with that, right, we go, if there's hope, then there's faith.
Right.
And that's with everything.
Right.
We have a lot of athletes listening to this show. We have a lot of non-athletes. We have people that want to make changes in their life. And like you said, there's this resistance. Can you, give us some other ideas of why that resistance is there?
Well, there's a lot of sense of number one, that fear, you mentioned that. Another one is if I change, what will my friends think? What are you crazy? You're going to go to the gym and you're really going to change like you're supposed to be some Superman? And you have been at my house, training me, and you know that my family's very supportive. But, I love that they laugh at me, that I make too much noise. I grunt and groan, and they're like, you know what? It's great, Dad, that you are out there doing that. And sometimes what holds us back is that we don't have encouragement from other people. And I say to that, get people around you who will encourage you. So that's a couple of the things. And we sometimes just think, well, we don't have the time.
Yes.
And the thing is I've had people not change. Right. And the thing is a year from now, they're the same.
Right.
You know what? If you hadn't done very much at all,
right,
a year from now, you'd at least been a little different.
Right.
And unfortunately, we don't ever just stay the same. We often go back.
Absolutely. So in this next segment coming up, we're going to talk about my experience with Dr. Nybo's leadership class and transformational class, and he's going to give us some background as to how that works, his way. All right, WSRadio.com. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Life is full of misadventures, from car crashes to home fires to getting choked out on the mat. Yes, I said getting choked out because I'm Carlos Kramer, jiu-jitsu competitor, MMA and media personality, and mild-mannered insurance agent. You can follow my adventures on Kick-Ass Radio, and I can protect you from life's misadventures at Kramer Insurance. Home, auto, life, business, and workers' comp. We're at KramerINS.com, and I want you to join my world.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. Vin Village connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children.
After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The WorldLink program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. MOZEguitars.com, 619-698-1185.